Buying a home? Don't panic. Just listen to the rest of this podcast. Welcome to Home Inspection Authority's Straight Talk Podcast with me, John Laforme. Are you a home buyer, a realtor, or maybe a home inspector? If you are, then this podcast is definitely for you. So let's get right into some straight talk about home inspections. Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. John here from Home Inspection Authority. Today we're going to have an action-packed episode. We have a very special guest today. Today's guest is the actual person who inspired me to start a podcast. He is also the host of his own podcast called Piece of Chaos. And he's also one of my home inspection clients. I've actually inspected a few homes for him in the past 6 months. And today he's come on the show to discuss his overall experience with the home inspection, overall experience with the crazy real estate market right now. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to cover real estate, music, comedy, all kinds of stuff like that. So let's give a big round of applause for Matt Neal. So Matt, first question I have is, were you referred to me by your realtor, or did you find me?
You came with the realtor. Yeah, it was like we're gonna use this guy. Yeah,
package deal. Yeah. All right, I was part of a package deal. I had no idea. So anyway,
they may have said here's a couple to choose from. I think they said there's a couple to choose from. This guy's this price, but he's really this, or
right.
For in your case, they were like, this guy's super thorough, might be a little bit more expensive, but like otherwise you're paying two people or,
right.
Doing other stuff. So it was kind of like
right.
You were on the preferred list or whatever.
I don't think I'm on that list anymore, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, maybe.
So, what I wanted to talk to you about is, was that your first home you were buying, or was that?
No, sadly, it was my third.
That was your third. Okay.
Yeah. But I guess the easiest way to say it is I hate real estate. Like okay. I resent it in a way.
Well, no, really, you can be direct.
Yeah, like I have to. It's something I don't enjoy, and it's like it feels like a rigged game, and I think that's kind of why I started talking to you, because I was like, look, man, you're the only one that's even close to on my side in this transaction.
Right.
Like
exactly.
You're literally the only one that has my best interests at heart in all of the transaction, all the middlemen, all the loan people, all the realtors on both sides. They have their own reasons for
their own agenda,
and it's all slanted against me. So I know it's a rigged game and I hate it. So I don't like it at all.
I agree with you.
So like, if I wanted to dive deep and become a guru and start buying homes, obviously there's money in it. Like I get it, but I just hate every second of it. So yeah, it was my third one, but I could say that like I didn't, I put a lot of trust in the people that were assigned to me to do things in buying homes. I was helped buying my first one with the company that moved me here.
Right.
So I put a lot of trust in people who they loved it.
Yeah.
So I trust, well, you're going to do a good job then, right? Like, right. And bought my first home here. It was during a big high swing, a 10-year high swing. So, the guy I bought it from made out like a fucking bandit.
Yep. So that was probably around 2007.
It was before that. It was a smaller version of what we've all seen, right?
Okay.
But I didn't quite pull it all together because it was a small place and it was a condo kind of thing. And I upgraded so much. I was like, it's like not really the same thing, but like all in retrospect, all Monday morning quarterback, I'm like, man, I feel like I got screwed at every step of the way, not because I didn't ask, but because there's no incentive to tell me the actual truth about what's going on. Right. And I expect the truth coming from
Yeah.
people I deal with. And there's none of it in real estate. Like, no offense to real estate people, you're not incentivized to get me. Like I got a card from a realtor in my neighborhood that said guaranteed, something along the lines like guaranteed to get you the highest price, guaranteed. It's like, oh, so you don't represent any buyers then? Because that's the worst message.
True.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a good point.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, this is all rigged in a way, but then you get the spiel of like, well, you get what you're comfortable paying at the time and what the market bears. I get it. Supply, demand, shut up. That's why I don't like it, because I don't like that stuff.
Yeah. I hear you.
I don't want to learn it.
Yeah.
It makes me a victim.
Yep.
And it makes me make really bad choices.
It reminds
in
me
all of those things.
That reminds me of when I decided to sell a house I had in Bell Canyon back in when did I sell that? Oh, back in 2007, just before the big crash happened.
Yeah,
I made out like a
it was
bandit.
a good time to sell it.
Yeah, but I interviewed.
You got that right.
I interviewed 2 realtors, and to represent me, And the first one's like, "Oh yeah, I can get this thing sold in 30 days." I'm like, "Well, it's really not what I'm after. I'm not in a rush. I'm just trying to cash out on this investment I made."
Yeah.
And so, all right, well, just out of curiosity, what price would you come in at? Oh, I'd probably list it for 1.7.
Yeah.
So, oh, really? Oh, okay, great. Thanks for coming. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Get another person comes by. All right. She looked around, spent a good 30, 40 minutes looking around. It was a big house. She looked around the whole place, and she comes back and says, "I'm thinking 2 million." I said, "Yeah, I was thinking 2.1. She goes, "That's not too far off."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're hired.
Yeah.
So the other guy was a volume guy.
Right.
He didn't give a shit about how much money I got. He just wanted to sell the house. His goal was to sell the house only, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I left a bad taste in my mouth, but
Yeah.
I didn't have as much experience with realtors as I do now.
Yeah.
It's because of, my home inspection business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I mean, I'm almost purposefully naive because I hate it, is probably the best way to put it. And it's a necessary evil, in a lot of ways. And I'd want out of the game. Yeah. Like, I'm glad I'm out, and I probably made a mistake. That's kind of how I feel about it at this point.
Right.
Like, it's like, well, I'm tired of thinking about it.
Did you have home inspections on your other homes? Do you remember that?
Yes. Always. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're good about that. You stay on top of that, in other words.
I've always gotten it.
Yeah, you're
every
aware of
time.
it. Okay.
Yeah, because
some people don't.
It was like, well, yeah. I mean, I think it made a lot of sense. It kind of, I likened it to like, how great would it be if you had the same service for used cars? Like,
right.
Somebody comes in and is like, dude, you don't want to buy this car. Like that would be really helpful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
So it made a lot of sense with the level of investment you're making in a home to be like,
so you see the value in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially because it's in the grand scheme of things, what you're laying out to buy and sell a home at this point of ridiculous administrative bullshit fees for things like the money spent on the home inspector can save you thousands of dollars down the line.
Exactly
like
my point. No one sees past my invoice. They're like, well, why am I paying you this much money?
The problem is you're dealing like I said, I kind of thought this is the only person who's got my best interests objectively could give a shit about the deal. Like, you're looking at it like a machine. This house, this machine you're going to buy, this whole thing, here's the problem with all the systems in it.
Yep.
And you should know about them today. Like, because dude, people put lipstick on a pig. When you start finding like,
all the time,
like there's a lot of like social media now with people posting like these flippers and the stuff that people will do to these houses to make them look good and sell good. And you're like, oh my God, they put, with the shelf paper on the floor. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh my God. So yeah, for the couple $100, you spend for that service, in the grand scheme.
So our little first interaction was, it was interesting. I thought it was going great. I thought the inspection was going good. You were asking me questions. I was answering you as I went. You seem really calm and just chill. You just looking around. You were doing your own due diligence, which is good.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just right off the gate, I got a good vibe from you. I'm like, okay, this guy's just wants to check out the house. He's not just staring at the wall color.
Yeah.
He's actually looking at stuff. That's great. So he's probably going to understand when I'm trying to explain stuff to him.
Yeah.
So I actually pulled up the report just to get some memory on what I might have pointed out to you. So I just want to ask you questions on, like when I was talking to you about the HVAC, the plenum wasn't sealed. And did that freak you out, or did that just like, it's probably a normal thing, or you remember?
I have to add that there's a lot of baggage brought to the deal in a lot of ways because we had been looking for so long.
Okay.
We'd seen so much shit.
Okay.
And I just started to recognize, like, man, they're getting a lot of premium money for what this house is actually worth. Like, I recognize I'm buying in an up market, right?
A basic house.
I'm like, okay, I'm already overpaying. I recognize I'm overpaying.
Right.
Get it. It was really hard for me to swallow overpaying and then having to put so much more money into it almost immediately or very soon after, to just be like, dude, I know it's less money, but
that's a rational thought.
Rebuild the whole goddamn thing. Like,
that's just a rational thought right there.
You're showing like, okay, not only are you buying a 30-year-old home, but you're buying 30-year-old HVAC system or whatever. It's just like, it's going to break, right? Like, so a 30-year-old home that's been completely revamped with good work is worth more money, kind of.
Sure.
Because you don't have to do it, because doing the work sucks and takes way longer than you think. And it's always more money than you think. So you're just like, all right, okay, so the HVAC system's bad. Okay, next. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just saw the dollar signs adding up, because if you found $5,000 worth of problem, that means that when you pull it back, there's $30,000 worth of problem.
Possible, yeah.
Directly underneath it, right?
Yeah.
And what else breaks? It's like when you fix a car, you fix the transmission on a car, the next thing that blows the engine, because now a healthy transmission is blowing at a 20-year-old engine.
Yep. Right.
And so I just look at it as this whole system that,
And a lot of times during home inspections, I'll see, everyone gets excited. Oh, there's an upgraded HVAC system. I'm like, okay, well, let me take a look. Outdoor coil, brand new, 30-year-old furnace.
Yeah.
So you got one wheel that's really good, and you got one wheel that's really old. That's not going to last you much longer. Not to mention, when you still have a 30-year-old system in a house, parts of it, you still have a 30-year-old duct system in most cases, which is there's zero energy efficiency with that duct system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zero. It doesn't matter how new that shiny Nest thermostat looks.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at my Nest. Who gives a shit?
It's hooked up to
it's
garbage.
It's hooked up to fucking a dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see it a lot, and I don't get excited about stuff until I go through everything and tell my clients, well,
Yeah.
this is new, that's not. This is new, that's not. You gotta.
It's a time thing too.
Like duct tape together,
Because like, what's acceptable to be like, I know I'm going to have to replace X, Y, and Z by buying this house. You accept that.
Right.
You take that on. I get it. But it's also like a time thing. Like, stack all those projects together, and it's a year and a half till your house is like almost where you want it, and probably longer, right? Like putting in a kitchen. Like, have you ever put in a kitchen?
I have, actually.
I'm saying, like, somebody that says, we're getting a kitchen put in has never put in a kitchen.
I know, that's a lot of work.
Because it sucks. The whole thing sucks unless you can do it all by yourself. So that's the other thing, is like, well, I know I can do this job, so I don't care that it's broken.
Right.
Versus, we need a plumber to redo the whole house.
Yeah.
I am not going to do that.
Right.
I don't know how to do that. That's a master craftsman needs to come here and spend a lot of time.
Yes.
And hopefully they don't find that the foundation's cracked along the way.
Yeah.
Right. And like, remember the beam in that house, the center support beam of that house.
Was it in the, that's right.
In
it was
the attic?
clamped together.
It was clamped together with 2x4s on either side. I was like, what else?
Yeah.
Like, the job to fix that beam
that
is not expensive.
Easy fix. That was an easy fix. You just simply replace that beam. That is I could have knocked that out in an hour.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, my friend.
Yeah.
Like if they thought it was okay to put clamps on the master beam in the center of the house, like what else is broken in that
I'm looking
thing?
at, there we go. There's a picture of it right there.
God, I was like, what? Like
what they did was they sistered it.
Jesus.
They took 2 2x4s, one on each side, like a sandwich,
with
like a ham
no
sandwich.
wood glue, not a nail, not a like. Do you think this will hold up? Like they
And they got
literally
C
could have been
clamps.
crushed.
Yeah. So basically,
And shitty C clamps, like old C clamps.
I know, a super easy fix. I mean, it would have taken a general contractor or a handyman could have done that. It was so simple. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I get asked a lot of questions from customers, and they sometimes they seem disappointed. I can't give them a price. Well, ma'am, I'm trying to explain something to you that's going on inside the wall.
Yeah.
So you don't know what's in the wall until you open the wall. Oh my God, I got to open the wall, ma'am.
Yep.
Miss, sir, it doesn't matter who they are. I just come back and right away, look, drywall is only $15 a sheet. It's not expensive.
Yeah.
It just takes time to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. It's $15 a sheet.
Yeah.
Most cases, it could be a little more because
It's a little more right
now.
now.
But
It's
anyway,
a little more right
it's
now.
still cheap. To me, that's still cheap.
in the grand scheme.
In the grand scheme of things. But hey, I want to mention something I forgot to mention in the beginning. Is you have a podcast?
I do. It's called Piece of Chaos, and I don't know.
That's your personal one, right?
Yeah, it's. I don't even know what it like.
You're venting.
A little. Before the pandemic, I mean, I've done stand-up comedy all over LA for the last 10 or 11 years, and I love podcasts.
Right.
And as a comedian, I can't imagine, other than actually performing, any other way to be good at talking and taking up people's time with your thoughts than podcasting. Like the practice of it, right?
Right.
So, and over the years, I talked to so many people that I'm like, why don't you have a podcast? Because me, like, it's a side gig for me. I got other things, and I never felt like. The more I say it, it's more like this imposter syndrome thing, kind of weird psychology, but probably won't get into that. But like the idea being like, if I was going to do it, I would do this. You're 20 and have no responsibility. Why don't you have a podcast? Right? Like coming from that angle, just like
got it.
Do you not realize that you have zero responsibility right now? Like I would talk to so many people and I'm just like, dude, I was like, I got to eat my own dog food here. Like I tell people they should make a weekly podcast. Like I should make a weekly podcast. I don't really give a shit if anybody
telling
listens.
people to make their own podcast.
Some of it, sometimes, but also like, I was like, okay, especially in the pandemic, like this is all we got. And I just went from many great conversations a month to zero.
Okay.
Like zero of those with comics, because comic conversations are just, I don't know. They're different.
They're not funny?
They're funny. They're great. But what I mean is like, it's not a business conversation.
I see.
Right. So like, you don't really censor or anything, right? It's open conversation. You check your ego, because you'll have this crazy theory you've been thinking about all day and somebody will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you're like, well, this, and they're like, no, you're being crazy. Like it's beautiful. And I went from, a lot of those to zero. And so I was like, well, at least I can get in touch with people and get Zoom links because nobody's going anywhere.
Right.
So I started it as like this exercise of like discipline of like, well, how hard is it to do a podcast every week? Like I keep advising people to do it because I love them.
Is this something interesting?
I get them every week.
Yeah.
I consume them. So it's doable. Right. So that was really it. So it is this nebulous thing that I don't know what it is yet. Sometimes it's great. I have guests. Sometimes if the guests don't show up, I just ramble for a couple of minutes about whatever it is.
Which I thought I was going to do tonight because I didn't hear from you all day. You gave me a 7-minute notice. That was great. He's like,
Really?
John, I'll be there in 7 minutes.
Well, I think we talked the other day. I figured that was confirmation
that was
enough.
a couple of days ago. I'm like, hey, I haven't heard from this guy all day. Is he going to come?
It hits my calendar. It happens.
I was starting to write my script for my my solo. But anyway,
yeah. So
you actually hit me up and said, John, we got to talk.
yeah.
And then you and I had this little business meeting via Zoom. Because you are the reason we're talking here today. Because
I'm sorry.
This guy, he's the one that got me to do this. He goes, John, you need a podcast, and I was like,
It's
I don't like pod.
It's
but
also self-serving.
I don't like podcasts. I didn't care for podcast. Just listen to people talk because I wasn't trying it. That was just me just kind of blocking it out. I just want to hear my music. I just want to play music in my car and so forth. And then the way you explained it and the time you took to explain it to me, and because you were telling me, look, you have a really great thing going here. You should share this with other people. And I'm like, you know what? The way you explained it opened my eyes to it. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then I think it was a week and a half later, I had my first episode up. September 1st.
I think people don't give themselves enough credit. No problem, man. I learned a lot from you. Like I said, it was really interesting to have that, like, especially because of what I decided to do with that house and not go through with it. But like, I was so desperate in those, like, in this search, because I was just like, why is this so hard? Why is this so slanted against me? Like, why is this so difficult? Like, and I'm very fortunate, like, where I'm looking and what I'm able to pay. Like, wow, it's awesome. Yeah. So it's just like, holy shit. And I'm like fairly smart at some stuff. Like, dude, this is a rigged mess of a game. And I was like, all right, this guy is going to tell me what's up. Because neither of these two people that are on either side of this give a shit. One guy's moving houses at 20, 30, 40% over what they actually probably should be. And the other guy gets a piece of it for shuffling DocuSigns around and opening doors for me.
Right.
Like, something ain't right here. Like, nobody is in this for me. And I know you can hire a real estate lawyer and then you have a person on your side, but like, so many people are taking a piece of that. It's like, okay, how much can I educate myself? How much am I willing to put into this?
Yeah.
And it ain't a lot, because like I said, I hate it.
Yeah.
So you arrive on the scene and I'm just like, okay, dude, tell me what's up. Like, what am I in for here? Like,
right. But what was if you can remember, I don't know if you can remember this or not, but I'm just curious. It's just my curiosity asking, what was your anticipation before you met me? Because I was referred to you. Like, you didn't research. I don't know. Maybe you researched me after they referred me.
No.
I
showed up.
You were hoping for the best? Were you?
I kind of had this inkling, like, okay, thorough is good because this guy's going to need to be on my side. I'm probably going to have to fight for them to pay for shit that I know is broken. So I want to have a clean ability to do it. And mostly I was like, I hope somebody can speak English to me, because I'm so tired of talking to these people who can't really, like,
communicate well.
And they just they can just jump out into bullshit land all the time. Like, well, we don't have a crystal ball. It's like, I know, but like, isn't this your business? Like, isn't this your favorite thing in the world? Aren't you watching? Like,
what they failed to explain to you is what's normal in certain homes. Like a 1950s home, there's things to expect. A 1980s homes, there's things to expect.
But then they shouldn't even bring me to that house.
They don't know that. But what I'm trying to say is realtors don't know that. And I don't think they want to know that. So
it'd be so helpful.
It would be great if part of being a realtor meant you did some type of home inspection training and had a general understanding of what we're doing there. A lot of realtors don't have that experience. So they look at me like their eyes go when I say, oh, hey, this looks like that, because they just don't know what it means. And, I have no problem helping them understand.
Yeah.
But most of it, what you've experienced included, is about their lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
So I try to help people all the time, but some of them, they look at me like, and I'm just like, I know I'm wasting my breath telling them this because they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So It's a tough one.
It's a weird business. It's
It
a really
is.
weird business. And like, especially out here, the money people throw around without even giving it a second thought, you know, I mean, this last wave, there was a lot of conversation about most of these homes are going within a few days, not even over asking. Nobody even sees it, sight unseen, bought by some conglomerate.
100,000 over.
You're just like, well, that's not how it's supposed to be. Like and this is a great place to live, and I get supply and demand. They're not building houses here. Like these are what we have. The real estate isn't changing. So I get it, but also like, Jesus, like why can't we pull this into some level of
it was the Wild West.
It's crazy.
In 2020, okay, when COVID struck, the beginning of the end of 2019, and then the beginning of 2020. That's the right year, right? Yeah, 2020. March. It was not until March, like for the month of March, it really slowed down because everyone really started, it started getting affected in the U.S.
Yeah,
and work slowed down a little bit. I noticed, and then March 1st. It took off like a wildfire. It was the Wild West. My phone did not stop ringing till the following year. That's how busy it was. I had a helper. I had to get a helper and everything. It was crazy. And it seemed like everybody was just in this crazy rush, like it was the end of the world, and they had to buy a house somewhere. I have seen some crazy shit go down in 2020 and the beginning of 2021 as well.
The thing is the money's real.
Yeah.
The incentives are wrong. Like if you're buying 4 houses just because you need to park your several $1 million somewhere and you're never going to see those homes, live in those homes, experience those homes, you're going to rent them out and make it a income stream. I get it. But fuck, that's hard for people that just want to buy a house and live with their family. Like,
yes, it does make it hard. It does make it hard for a simpler person to just do what they want to do.
It turns it into this weird game, just like the stock market, and it's just like, this is unfair. Like it's so, I don't know. It's frustrating. So, I want to be done, honestly. Like I've explored options where like, how could I just pay this all off and never think about it again? And any financial person would tell you that would be a really bad thing because interest rates are low and blah, blah, blah. Except your money will make more over here. I don't want to fucking think about it anymore.
If you want to pay off your house fast, just double your principal payment.
Right?
Each
but like
month,
these things are not
half the time.
These things are not
That's a fact.
taught out of the gate. They're not taught out of the gate. Like they never, I don't know, a lot of these things, these huge things, and maybe I'm just the ignorant dummy too. Like maybe I should have educated myself more sooner. I don't know. But it's just like, dude, there's too many things to learn. So look, buying a car, they're trying to screw me. Buying a house, they're trying to screw me. It's like, Jesus.
So I never expect a client to understand everything about a house. I just don't. Because I don't know if they just came from 25, 30 years of apartment living. I have no idea.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But I have met customers that, I've never lived in a house. I've always been in apartments with my family. And now I'm out on my own and I want to buy my own house. So I never expect any customers to know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But unless you lived in a cave, you should understand what a door is and what a window is.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you've opened and closed both of them millions of times since you were a toddler.
Yeah.
And who knows, you might have even jumped out of a few of them. You know what I mean? It's like, so I don't expect certain things, but the customers expect so much from me. And they think I'm going to be able to answer every single thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to inspect every single thing in the house. But you got to understand, a basic Chatsworth 1,500 square foot house is going to have a front door, a back door, maybe a couple side doors. It's going to have a kitchen, one kitchen.
Yeah.
It's going to have a couple, 2 and a half, 3 bathrooms.
Yeah.
2 to 3 bedrooms, maybe. That's about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have solar.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a pool.
Yeah.
Not all houses have the same components.
Yeah.
So I don't know what a house has until I show up.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You know what? You got a sprinkler system here. I don't inspect those, and I got to tell them. So they think.
I see.
So they think I'm gonna inspect everything in that house. I have limitations. All home inspectors have limitations.
Yeah.
We're there for the meat and potatoes of the house.
Yeah.
The roof, the foundation, heating and cooling, electrical, plumbing.
And is there like a certification for you to get other things that you could be the whole package? Cause you did other stuff for me that was like additional.
Well, yeah,
like,
I did the sewer for you, sewer line for you. I did your swimming pool as well. So those are things that are outside the home inspection scope.
Yeah.
But they're doable.
Yeah.
I do them every day.
Yeah.
So I most days I do a home and a sewer together. Most days I go to work.
Yeah.
So, but that's something that's always a tough thing to break through with some customers. And the part that bothers me the most is the realtor and the realtors are not, I'm not trying to generalize, but I think I am. They just don't let them know these things. Like, that's the part that frustrates me the most.
Dude, they're just scheduling. My experience was it is a whirlwind, right, especially in a crazy market. Like, okay, we told them we do a 15-day escrow. That means you have to do this day. We try to get the termite guy here today. And like, they're just trying to schedule it. Mm-hmm. The other thing is that they're not business people necessarily in the truest sense of what I'm used to in the corporate world of like timing and meetings and business. And it's just like, they work whenever. Sometimes they don't work at all. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I can't live like this. It didn't work for me. So like, it would be great if they explained more or knew more, but like,
you would think if you're selling something, if you're going to sell that water bottle and somebody had questions about it, don't you think it's best you know everything about that water bottle?
That is a great point.
Okay, that's a great point. So if you're going to buy an electric car, which I know you have, you probably researched it a lot. You probably looked it up online. And then when you got to the showroom, oh, let's go look at this thing. I want to touch it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you grilled that salesperson.
Yeah.
What does this do?
Yeah.
What does that do? Okay, here's another example. You go to Best Buy. Don't ever go to Best Buy, anybody, to buy a cell phone. Because you're going to get some teeny bopper, 16, 17 years old, just their first job. Oh, can I help you? And I look right at them and go, can you help me?
Yeah.
I have a question about this. Oh, let me get my manager. So I guess
thought you were sponsored by Best Buy.
So I guess so I guess you couldn't help me. No, that fell through. But hey, Best Buy, I'm here. So if you want to do some
shout out to my cousin, Best Buy manager.
Oh, Best Buy manager.
But he,
what's his name?
Jared.
Jared, what's up, Jared?
Yeah, I don't know what store he's at.
Sorry,
he's back east somewhere.
I'm not generalizing. I don't know if it was your store.
Dude, I hate when people don't know what I'm talking about. I hate Lowe's. I hate Home Depot. If you're putting on that vest, you better fucking know your shit. At least in your department. Yep. Like, know where things are. Like, it's such a relief.
Yes, it's called doing your job. It's not that hard to absorb.
Yeah.
So back to your expectations. I get it, man. I get it. Sometimes I got to bang on the table too. And but it's the expectations. I mean, I expect a professional to know what's going on. So here's an example. I got a Jeep in the garage. I bought a nice custom heavy duty bumper for the back because if you get rear-ended in a Jeep with a stock bumper, I hope you live. Yeah. That thing's plastic. Yeah. I got rid of that thing as soon as I could. So I ordered it, did a lot of research, called the company. Hey, I'd like to order this. I want to make sure I get the right one because I have parking sensors. Great. They sell me the fucking bumper, send it to me. Great. Hey, I call them up. I'm missing some parts. Well, what parts are you missing? Well, I'm missing the bezels to hold in the sensors. Yeah. Oh, you have to buy that separate.
Nobody could have told me that?
Why the fuck didn't you tell me that when I spent $900 on the bumper? Yeah. I was so pissed. So I had a weekend project that I had to stop. Yeah. And wait till the following Wednesday to get my parts in.
Yeah. It's pervasive, dude, but I think I can almost excuse that scenario because, well, you can't, but you can, because it's just like, okay, don't assume that the person has the parts catalog in front of them. Don't assume that nobody took the time to say, hey, if you're doing this bumper, you need this, this, and this. I mean, that's general Amazon shit. Like, people who bought this also bought this. It's very helpful sometimes. Yes. Like, oh, I need the plugs. Yeah. Oh, I need batteries. Yeah. Very simple.
There was no mention of it.
So I just think,
to my defense,
there's ineptitude everywhere, and pointing right back at myself. Like, I could only arm myself with what I could arm myself with going into those transactions. And I know they're big transactions, but it's just like, dude, so many people pulling at you. And you also, so you're encountering a shell-shocked person most times, or somebody who's checking a box. You know what I mean? Either they don't give a shit, or they're being bombarded and you're one of the 50 things they got to deal with that day.
Right.
That hopefully they had time with in a crazy market. Now, like if it was leisurely where you didn't have realtors, like you got to you saw it now, 5 minutes. You guys going to put in an offer? I have to do it right now. I'm going to DocuSign it now. So you get,
right.
And there's a waiting list, and send them a video of your family and a nice letter saying you really love their house. Like, I'm not kidding, dude. It was bananas.
Yep.
Like, what are we doing is the thing. So it's just like, all right, that's the reality. That's where we're playing in. And you were my only like fan to be just like, what do I need to do?
Yeah, I'm non-biased.
You know what I mean?
I'm not there. I'm not there to make or break a deal. I definitely don't like giving people. I don't have a good day by giving somebody bad news. I hate having to give bad news.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I just want to tell someone, hey, you know what? Grab your shit, and move in.
Yeah,
that's all I want to say. You know, grab your shit, and move in. Understand it's a house. It's now your responsibility. Something breaks, you're fixing it.
Yeah,
or you can get a home warranty package or something like that. But it's just a lot of It's a mixture of things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a shit show.
Yeah.
In a way. But some transactions go really good, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's on point. I do work with several realtors who are on their top of their game.
Yeah.
They understand what I'm supposed to do. They understand what the next guy is supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they just are seamless in their process. But there's only a few out there like that. You know, I'm talking I know maybe 10 realtors like that.
Yeah.
They're just really on top of their game. But there's a lot of other ones who are just learning. And hey, there's nothing wrong with not knowing something.
Yeah.
I don't know everything.
Yeah.
Definitely don't know everything. But it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But let's get back to your house.
Yeah.
Something just popped into my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, your inspection, like I said, was going great. You were being interactive with me. You and I are just conversing greatly.
Yeah.
And then the whole world turned upside down on me.
Yeah.
So Matt saw me lose my cool. I was really, really upset. And I'll tell you why.
I didn't know it was like I was witnessing something miraculous, but also like it may have felt really like you lost your shit, but you held it together pretty well. I was like, damn, this guy's holding it together pretty nice.
I was on fire inside.
And I was fighting back the same, like, what? Shut up, dude.
You were really quiet, and I didn't know what to make of what you were thinking. So I was a little nervous. I'm like, holy shit, this guy is trying to buy this house. He was referred to me by his realtor, and now his realtor is throwing me under the bus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what happened. I did a sewer inspection on this house. Tried to do. Well, actually, no. Technically, I did it. I did a sewer inspection, and I ran my camera a good 100 feet from the side of the house out to the street. And as soon as I put the camera in the line, I couldn't get it. Something was on my lens.
Yeah.
Like right away. It was like a slime. I'm like, well, typically when something gets on the lens, I flush the toilets and it washes and everything's fine.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, up until that day, I've never seen this condition in a sewer line before. And since then, I've never seen this condition in a sewer line. So let's be clear.
It was very special.
On how rare this was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the realtor, we're not going to mention any names, the rookie. We're going to call him the rookie.
Yeah.
He was literally sitting behind me, watching what I was doing.
Yeah.
The entire time. You were somewhere else. You were doing some other stuff.
Yeah.
But he was sitting right with me, and I'm explaining to him. I was like, "Look, there's a slimy thing on the lens here. Can you go flush a toilet?" So he flushed a few toilets for me.
Yeah.
And then he comes back, and I'm pushing out. I'm like, "Man, why ain't this clearing off my lens? This is blowing my mind."
Yeah.
So I pushed out 100 feet. And I couldn't see shit. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
That was no pun intended.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything. So
you need.
So, you know what? I think I got
perfect. There you go.
So anyway, so anyway, I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to pull this out, clear the reel off, and try it again.
Yeah.
So I literally reeled back 100 feet of line.
Yep.
cleaned it off, made sure I cleaned that lens real good, and I put it back in again.
Yeah.
And within 10 feet, same problem.
Yeah.
But I didn't stop. I tried. I pushed it out like another 60 feet.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't clear off. Nothing was helping. So I pulled it back out again. I tried it one more time.
Yeah.
The whole time, I keep saying this because there's a good point to this. The whole time, the rookie was sitting behind me, watching, and I'm explaining this as I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I said, look, there's something that keeps getting on the lens. Somebody poured something into that sewer line that they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And it was like a slimy, which made any camera lens blurry.
Yeah.
You couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's it. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
So I'm done with it. The rookie doesn't say anything to me about, hey, John, do you think maybe you can give Matt a discount or something like that? He didn't say anything over here.
Yeah.
When we were alone, which he should have done.
Yeah.
Hey, John, then I would have explained to him, look, I understand your point, but I just spent 30 minutes trying to inspect this line. I ran the camera out 100 feet.
Yeah.
There's so much of that slime on there, I couldn't even locate the camera because the sonde was covered. It was it screwed up the whole thing.
Yeah. In my mind, you would have been justified to say, my report is I can't complete. Something's wrong. That's the report.
And that's why
that's the service.
Rookie.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it, which most people don't get the process. Yeah. Now, if I wasn't able to get into the line, well, if I would have gave you a full refund. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So why are we telling the story? Well, we're getting to the good part. So now inspections are all done. I did 3 inspections, home, pool, and sewer. Then we're all in the garage talking. And I started explaining the problem with the sewer because Matt didn't witness that. Yeah. So I said, so there's a slime in there, and it's literally throughout the whole pipe because I couldn't see anything. And then before I get a chance to finish, the rookie steps in. Oh, so John, seeing how you couldn't do your job. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. My fuse got lit. He lit my fuse by saying that. I was there for what, 3.5 hours?
It was a long day.
It was a long day. Yeah. And this jackass tells me I didn't do my job. Oh.
For, let's be honest, a fraction of what I was paying. Right. He was arguing to like
$200.
I don't want my client to have to pay. And I'm like, bitch, you're going to get a lot of money. Like, and this is what you're worried about? Like, in the grand scheme, I was just like, come on, man. Like,
so we start getting into an argument, and I don't know. Well, Matt's telling me now that I looked like I was cool, calm, and collected, but I didn't feel that way inside. I thought I was going to bust out of my skin and strangle this dude. I was so mad that I'm like, because he was talking to me as a third person, like he wasn't there. His questions to me were like he just rolled up to the house and is just now hearing this. Yeah. He sat behind me and watched it. That's why I kept looking. I go, what are you talking about? Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, why did you walk on that house?
I walked on the house because there were so many things wrong with it. All little things, all repairable things. But like I said, they added up to be, even if I did the bare minimum based on your report, even if I did what would like the beam, I don't know if the toilet's any good. I don't know if the line's any good. I would have had to do another inspection with a specialist. We were talking about all these other.
That needs to be hydrojetted.
Yeah, we needed all these other things.
Cleaned out,
I think they actually did that, by the way. And about a week later, dropped the price of the house after I dropped out. So like, I definitely dodged a bullet, but it was just like where there's smoke, there's fire, man. And like I said, I was pretty desperate. The house did not check all the boxes of what I really ultimately wanted. But I was like, I'll tolerate it. Just let me off this fucking ride with the realtors, with the market, with all of it. I was like, this is fine. It has enough bedrooms. It has a pool. I'll be finished. So there was an element of just trying to get it over with that even let me look at that house. Right. And then the pressure from the realtor to be like, we've been looking at houses for a long time. I've shown you a lot of houses. Yeah. Just like, that's when I lost my cool. I was like, yeah, I didn't sign up for a commission job. You did. And you'll show me all the houses if I want to, because it's my money. Right. Like, then I got really mad because I was just like, yeah, you've shown me a lot of houses. And my wife even says, don't even bother looking at that one. And I want to look because I want to inform myself. Like, what I'm weighing a decision here. Like, I know I'm going to have to pay over over what it's worth. So what jobs am I willing to also pay for before I even move into the house? And there were so many in that place. I was like, I don't like it enough. I don't like the neighborhood enough. Like, you know, I like the day, I think the day I told him I wasn't going to do it, and he was pissed that I was going to pull out of the deal. And I didn't know I could. I asked specifically, like, if I do this, am I done? He's like, no, you have a gate. After the inspection, you can pull out. No questions asked. I was like, okay. So I knew I had that in my back pocket. But like the day I was going to like finally be like, okay, let me look at this one more time and just be like, yes or no. Like this ride will tell me. This visit will make the decision for me.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I pull up to the corner that I would have to turn on to go to that place. And there's a fast food restaurant there. And it was like 2 turns away from that house. And I was just like, I can't square in my mind spending this much money. And part of my direction to people that visit me will be like, turn right at Arby's. It just didn't work.
Turn right at Arby's.
I was just like, I can't, like something's wrong. I'm getting screwed here. And I don't even like the house that much.
It didn't sit
you know
well
what I mean?
with you. Yeah.
So I played the card like, I'm done. I'm out. You know, here's the thing. I was lied to. Like, I didn't know, not lied to. Information was withheld.
From your realtor, man.
Did you know that you didn't have to sign an agreement with the realtor for them to show you houses? Because I didn't.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to sign anything.
So you misled.
I was not informed. Conveniently, right? Here's the thing. If you're honest with me, like, look, you don't have to sign anything. I'm going to show you all the houses you want till you find what you want. And that's when I get paid. Or
that's the job.
Or you better sign this or we won't show you houses anymore. And I was like, well, I want this over with. So, and I want somebody that can open the door for me. So here, I didn't have to sign that piece of paper. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Like,
yeah, that's shady.
That's where I'm saying is
right
like
out of the gates, a little shady.
I've had more of that than a good experience. Let's just say that, but I haven't been doing it a lot.
Right.
Like I said, this is my third home. Third time I've bought a home. I have one home.
Yeah.
So the person that finally helped me out was cool, was honest. I didn't have to sign anything. Told me the real deal. I was like, I'm overpaying a little bit. And she's like, a little bit, but you don't have to do this, this, and this, and look at this yard. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Because even if I bought a house that had land or a pool, I couldn't have landscaped it like it is. Like I don't have to leave. Like I was coming here. I was like, I don't really want to go anywhere. I like my house. Like
that's why you didn't call me.
I was just like, it'll be fun once I get there. But like, geez, I don't like leaving.
Next
you know
podcast,
what I mean?
I'll come to you. I'll be on your podcast. How's that? I'll drive to you. No, I have no problem.
That's what I was like. Damn, John came all the way out to this area for inspections. That's amazing.
I've gone further than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's a big enough job and it's far, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's just a day's pay. You know, if I'm, don't ask me to drive to Bakersfield for a condo. But, so anyway, after our little incident that day, I forgot to mention, I felt obligated to call you, and I did. I waited like an hour for everyone to cool. I wasn't sure if you were mad or not. I think one of your friends had showed up outside.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man, I was so mad at him for putting me in that zone.
Yeah.
And because, you know, you were quiet. You weren't really saying anything, so I didn't know what you were thinking. I'm like, man, this guy seemed so cool. Everything was so good until this idiot fucking opens his mouth and starts some unnecessary nonsense, which he should have pulled me aside.
Yeah, without me. He was trying to say, look what I'm doing for you. I'm fighting for you. And I was just like, for $200, thanks, dude.
And it's not like he didn't know me. I've inspected houses for this guy before his other customers. So that was kind of weird, man. I think he might have walked away from that going, you know what? I think I just screwed up. Maybe his wife mentioned something to him. I don't know. Because she was there too. His wife showed up.
Listen.
It was weird.
It was weird. I didn't like any of it. It's not out of the, like, it doesn't seem like that's, I won't say it's the norm, but the excellence you're talking about isn't the norm.
Right.
So I experienced what a lot of people experience.
I think you did.
And I trusted the wrong people. And we thought this will be great because not only you get 2 for the price of 1, but they're also hungry because they're young. So our deployment was like,
that's good logic.
Go get them, kids. Like,
that's good logic.
Because we know that at the end of the day, the realtor's just having you sign some paperwork.
Yep.
So you have to pick and choose. What we should have chosen is somebody very experienced with insider knowledge of where we're looking, which is what we ended up doing.
Yep.
But I learned a lot. And they learned a lot because they were new, and we showed them 30 different houses in different neighborhoods in that area. So like we basically gave them a free education of the area.
Yep.
From out of town.
Yep.
And, honestly,
so this kind of segues us into one of your podcast episodes I was listening to earlier today. You made a comment. Don't expect
yourself from others.
Yeah. Don't expect yourself from others.
Yeah.
In a bigger picture, don't ever think common knowledge to you is common knowledge to the person next to you.
Yeah.
Because it's not. But when you're so involved in your own little world of business, you assume when you talk, everybody knows what you're talking about. And that's a really, really important thing to know.
Yeah.
If you're not thinking of that, you really should start giving that some thought. So the next time you speak to somebody about something that may be kind of complex, remember, not everybody's used a hammer before.
Yeah.
Not everybody's opened a window and jumped out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like...
And you don't know what they're thinking.
Right.
At all. And whatever you guess is probably wrong.
Probably.
So, you're going to paint your whole interaction on what you assume, and you're probably wrong for everybody involved. Yeah. And like, I read this book by Nicholas Epley. It's called Mindwise, where he talks about this whole concept. And they've done studies like, we're not even close, regardless of how well we know the person either. It doesn't matter. Complete stranger, spouse, mother, father, it doesn't matter. Like, you are wrong.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're thinking.
No.
But you base all of your interaction on them, with them, on what you think they think. Like, let me say this because they're probably thinking I'm crazy. And meanwhile, they're not thinking anything. Like, most of the time, unless I'm actually thinking something, I might not be thinking anything. Like, I might have resting bitch face and just be like zoning out and thinking of...
In that garage, I could not tell what your feelings were when this whole thing was blowing up in front of me. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. So I was thinking, who gives a shit about $200 at this point? Like, that's what I was thinking. Why are we even wasting time on this conversation? What's wrong with my house that I might buy? Like, that's all I was thinking. And I was like, this is a weird time to bring up a fee.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I'll never understand that.
So, yeah, I mean, it is a very fascinating thing with humans. And you calling me, I was like, wow, he was really upset. Like, I
was really upset.
Like, that really took a toll. I was like, okay, it wasn't just me. Like, that was weird. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. So, and then, when I had another house to buy, I told my realtor to call you.
Right. So by the way, I was really surprised to hear from you.
Really?
I was.
Yeah.
Because once again, you kind of have a poker face.
Huh.
Until now you talk to me more openly because we know each other a bit. We've conversed quite a few times since then.
Yeah.
But when I first met you, you just seemed to have a poker face to me. You didn't really express like wow or, sad. You were just kind of like right there in the middle. So
most of the time I'm literally inundated with like
thought
and what do I have to do next? And what do I do with that?
And that's
like,
me also.
So
I look serious all the time. Well, it's because I'm thinking about something.
Yeah, I have responsibility. Bitches. Like, I got things I got to do. Like, yeah, like it's hard being a human.
I'm a business owner. I never stop working.
Yeah,
I never stop working.
I can't imagine.
All right, so and now you talked me into doing this, and now I'm doing this to add on to all the other shit I got to do.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I feel about the podcast that it enhances you as a person, which has to have an impact on the other things. It's not that one leads to another. It's not like you start a podcast, somebody else automatically pays you for your podcast. No, like maybe someday you'll make it a lucrative thing. Maybe you'll hit the right person at the right time and change the course of their entire life because they don't fuck up. Something you already fucked up. Like, I think about this with my kids. I'm like, you can't tell them everything, and I don't know everything. So like, there's going to be some things they learn, and I'd be like, I would have told you not to do that because I already figured that out. but you have to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But also just like thinking about it a little bit differently. Like, I'm like, well, and I have the luxury of not like, this isn't your main business. This isn't your main source of income, but some people could make it their main source of income if they gave it the attention they need. But like, I just like the form. I like finding shit out. I like listening to it.
Now I listen to other people's podcasts.
They're great
because you opened my eyes to it and made me stop being an ogre. I'm just like, ooh, what the hell's a podcast? So I just kind of started listening. I do enjoy watching a video podcast more than just listening to one.
Yeah.
But if I'm in bad traffic, I'll just put on anyone's podcast and just listen.
It's a different thing when you just listen. You know, they're on YouTube and that's great. But, you know, and I was talking to my buddy Indy about this. I did a podcast with him about it, actually.
I was going to ask you, is that his real name?
Yeah, I guess it's Indiana. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But he's all in on video podcast. Right. And I was like, well, I don't consume them that way, but it's interesting that there's obviously people that do consume it that way.
Yep.
And maybe it's just on your computer and it's playing and you're not looking at it. Because to your point, like you want to make it interesting for people. Maybe they're not actually looking. Maybe YouTube's just playing it.
Possibly.
It could be in another. It could be in another tab.
Right.
So, what are you doing? They're there for the information. Like I think, but also, if you want to make a show out of it and put it on YouTube, go for it.
It's just another platform to get it out there.
Like like do what you want to do, but like I think like I don't know. All I can do is my experience. Like I listen to them. I like the Apple Podcast app. I like the Spotify app. Like I just like the audio.
So I've been doing some A/B testing.
Yeah.
So I have when I launch the podcast version only, it's not the same time as the YouTube version of it.
Interesting.
If I have a guest.
Yeah.
So I try to get it out as quick as I can. The first few were bumpy because I wasn't sure how I wanted to film it. I wanted it edited, but now we get it nailed. It's just a split screen and it works great.
Yeah.
It's easy.
I watched a little bit of the one with the realtor actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, with that being said, now that I got it all figured out, it's just a lot easier now. So what I've been doing is watching how many views I'm getting on YouTube compared to how many people are listening to it on the actual podcast. And it varies. Yeah. One episode's going to be more on YouTube. One of them is going to be less on the, and vice
plus
versa.
The other thing I would think with yours is, I understand why people would go to YouTube to look for a video about an HVAC system.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. As opposed to if you're just a podcast listener, realtor or home inspector or whatever, you just take whatever comes along.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's about like SEO. What do you have people search for? What do you assume they're going to search for?
Yeah. I use certain apps for YouTube to help narrow that down to see what's popular on people's trending.
Yeah. I
use those little apps.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's working. My membership, my subscribers has definitely increased quite a bit in the past 6 months.
You're such a timely transaction though. You know what I mean? Like a once and done for a lot of people, right? Like usually, or like over the years, the more people you can accumulate that use a home inspection all the time would be your best kind of customer. Like if I didn't look at 2 houses last year to the point that I did, I would have had 1 transaction with you.
Right. But you'd still be included on my newsletters. I send out newsletters to bring people to YouTube.
But
I do
for
a lot
me,
of different things.
I don't want to do it anymore.
I see.
So I don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit until something breaks. Then you'll be on my YouTube channel going, you know what, John might have
exactly.
a fix
Does John have a person or what should I do? Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to create here with the YouTube, the
just
podcast.
Put it there and let it go.
And I'm trying to help people understand stuff better. Yeah. You're a home buyer, you're a client, and I just wanted to get your opinion today. Yeah. Of what was your transaction like? Yeah. And you and I happen to have a funny moment there. Yeah. Now it's funny. You can laugh about it now. And then you called me again for another house, and that one went a lot smoother. Yeah. I think your realtors just left me alone. Yeah. It's probably because you told them to. Who knows?
They're just better people.
They were just better people. Yeah. They were just nicer people.
Not better people.
They were experienced.
But whatever. Yeah.
They were experienced, but they weren't destroyed by the business, obviously.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think some people are in it so long, they get burnt out, and they don't care about much, but
I guess, I don't know, man. It's a rough one. I wouldn't choose that role I get it, but it's not.
Sales is tough, man. You're in a sales business. That's a tough thing.
Yeah, but it's not even really sales. It's not their house. It's a house. Yes. And to your point, like, go learn that house.
Yes.
Right. And
educate yourself as to what you're selling.
Be like, you're not going to like the house I'm selling. Not like, let's go look at these 6 that I didn't really check into and probably won't. Like, well, you said you wanted 3 bedrooms. So this one has 3 bedrooms. I did my job. It's like, yeah, but
really a little more to it than that.
Or you know what? Like, I know you said 3 bedrooms, but this one has this thing that you should see. Like, go look for me first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what they should do. I think I know what I wanted which was just straight up real information.
Right.
Like, please don't bullshit me on this. I know nobody has a crystal ball, but doesn't it seem weird?
Did he really give you the crystal ball line?
I've gotten that a couple times. Yeah, the crystal ball. Well, we don't have a crystal ball.
I'm sure I'm going to laugh as soon as I hear that at work someday. What are you laughing at, John? Oh, nothing.
What's that shirt you got there?
Oh, Guitar Ninjas, man. That's the guitar school I go to. Now for a quick word from our sponsor. Are you a music lover but don't know how to play a musical instrument? Then check out GuitarNinjas.com, LA's leading music school for both kids and adults, specializing in guitar, bass, and drum lessons. Locations in Los Angeles and Orange County, or worldwide with online lessons. A unique, gamified way of learning to play music. Membership includes access to our app and desktop portal loaded with lesson videos and other useful learning tools. To book a free trial lesson, go to GuitarNinjas.com and mention this podcast. Rock on. Right.
You know, like, even when I was there with you, I was like, something about like the pool kind of stuff and the pool equipment and stuff. And you're just like, well, these break.
Yeah.
Like, this one's kind of old.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, that's what you want. Like, they're about $4,000. Like, okay. Like, I just had the calculator going in my head. Like, okay, 7, 10, 25. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be realistic about it. It's so stupid, you know? And I got crushed in the 2007 one. Like,
did you?
Oh, just destroy. That's when I started really distrusting realtor, like the whole realtor thing. I was like, why'd you let me do this? Like, you knew I was naive. You knew I was like vulnerable. Like, why did you let me do this? Like, I think back at some of the like way they showed me houses and what houses they showed me.
Right.
And I'm like, if we would have bought that other house and had a real conversation about it, I wouldn't be in this situation right now. Like, literally. And I was just like, I think if I knew as much about real estate as that person knew about real estate, I probably would tell him all the stuff I know about real estate. Like, listen, you just had a kid. You're going to get real sick of this townhouse real soon. Probably sooner than you think. And it's really expensive. Can you just wait? Or,
they got themselves. They want to get the money.
Or say, you know, for an extra X amount of money, like, I know this is a lot of money, but like, if you just think about it this way, you don't have to do the same thing in a couple years. Like, it doesn't matter what happens.
The bigger picture.
Yeah. Because like, why would you make this investment now knowing it might like just say this market's insane. Like, I don't know why this house is selling for double its price 3 years after somebody bought it. I don't understand it. It can't be right. It's got to correct, but I don't know when. I don't have a crystal ball on when that's going to happen. But like, here's your risk. If this market crashes, here's where you're going to land. These homes are going to drop back down to X, Y, and Z, and you're stuck for however long that swing takes. Yep. Like, that conversation.
And if you put a bunch of cash in there, you can't touch it.
That conversation would have changed my decision. Instead of, well, look, you don't have to do X, Y, and Z. And these are always a good investment. It's near a good school. It's like, is it? Because for 10 years, it was a shit investment.
Yeah.
You know? And for 2 seconds, it was worth the shit again. And then it leveled off again. And meanwhile, I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like it. I don't know. It's all Monday morning quarterback, you know, like, but I know my takeaway was, I feel like you fucked me over on purpose, and that's not good.
No, it's a bad, it's a bad feeling, you know, going
and
back,
to have that happen a couple times. I'm like, ooh, I sense a pattern.
Yeah. You know,
right?
It sucks. I've done really well with real estate over the years. I've bought and sold many homes.
Yeah.
Condos, houses, had some investment properties in Vegas. I still got one over there.
Yeah.
And, so I've done different things, different transactions, different ways and so forth. My first house, I only put out of my pocket was $25,000.
Yeah.
And I get into my first townhome.
Yeah. And
then, that's here in California.
Yeah.
And then I bought my second house, in 2001 in West Hills, Bell Canyon area.
Mm-hmm.
And, that there, I had to put a big down payment. It was like, well, to me, it was huge.
Yeah.
I put down $160,000.
Yeah. It's not a joke.
You know, so that's some serious shit, you know?
Yeah.
And, but you know, it was not a problem for me to do it. It was the right time. I had the money.
Yeah.
You know, everything was good. So I did it, you
Yeah.
know, and that's the house I sold, 7 years later.
Yeah.
For $2 million.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I only paid $845 for it. So
it's insane.
I did really well on that, on that transaction.
Yeah.
The next one, bought a house in Chatsworth. And I was like, you know what? I don't want my mortgage payment to be that high. So I wanted to keep it down around $4,000. So I wanted to put down $300,000.
Wow.
I regretted that a year later.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to live there anymore.
Yeah.
And the market started dropping.
Yeah.
So it was a lesson learned. Now I'm looking at, I would love to get a house right now.
Yeah.
You know, in Burbank here.
Yeah.
And something with a good sized lot, maybe put an ADU in the back, have somebody pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal right there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I deal with this stuff every day.
Yeah.
I see what's going on. I see who's paying for what, how many bidding wars there are.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that with the cash again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because on the last house I had in Chatsworth, I sold it because I wasn't happy there.
Yeah.
That was it. I didn't want to live there anymore.
Yeah.
So I took a loss. I lost about $100,000 of that money I put down.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a drag. So I don't ever want to have to do that again. But right now, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You have to dish out over 100,000, if not more, if someone's bidding higher than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want it. I don't like depleting my cash like that.
Yeah.
So that's what's stopping me from making that move.
Yeah, I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm out of the game, and one of these days I'll just write a check, just be like, leave me the fuck alone forever, and maybe I'll work at Starbucks
if that's
or
your
something.
if that's your forever house, good.
I just don't want to think about it anymore. It's fine.
I'm sorry I brought you here to bring out all that shit again. I just dragged it out. I didn't know you filmed that way. So now I know. Okay. No more talking about houses for you, son. So anyways, the second house I did for you is going well.
Yeah,
You're all moved in.
Love it.
And you just called me not too long ago about building walls and
Built
stuff.
a studio and
Oh, that's right. You're a drummer. You're a musician like me.
Yeah.
As you can see, I got my toys out.
Yeah. Nice.
That's my music room over there. I got to jam out tomorrow.
Nice.
So how's the drumming going? Do you in a band or anything?
Starting a sort of relaunching a 90s cover band. I was in one for a bunch of years out here.
Okay.
And so the bass player, guitar player, and myself are reunited. We have a new singer named Jacob Givens. He's great. And we're all kind of like watching mask mandates and shit.
Yeah, it's really hard to do a gig right now.
It's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
Like my time is, I was like, hey guys, we're all pretty good. Like we got together and played a couple times. And, you know, I've been in original bands where you need to really work.
Right.
These are cover songs. Like, you know them. They're right here.
Give me an idea
like,
what songs you're talking about.
Oh, like Smashing Pumpkins, Pearl Jam, like that, like 90s, literally
nice.
grunge, right? So I was like, we'll rehearse a couple times just to like set our set up and get a feel, but like know the songs and show up. Like we all have kids and shit to do. Like I know the songs. We all know the songs. We're good together. We play them well together.
Good.
We can do that and get paid. We don't have to rehearse 4 times a week. We're not 15. Like it's like show up and know the material. Yeah. Cause to me, I love it and I missed it and I love it. And part of the building the studio was I can actually be a studio musician. I can actually record drums, 8 tracks of Pro Tools, real shit. So I'll do that on the side. And my old band that I toured with and the original band, we're going to get together and record again, hopefully in person also. But like the 90s cover band is just so much fun. It's just so much fun. And like, I don't know, over the pandemic, because comedy went away, I really just dove back into playing drums.
Oh, by the way, speaking of comedy, I wanted to mention, I inspected Brad Williams' house.
Oh, really?
You know Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I inspected his house.
Oh, nice.
A couple of years back. He was cool.
Yeah.
And then I went and saw one of his shows over at Flappers.
I think I did a podcast with him at Flappers.
Did you?
Yeah, because they had this podcast where a newer comic, this was a long time ago, a newer comic would come in and do 5 minutes, and then professional comics would, rate it. It was like Kill Tony, but nicer.
Right.
Like they were kind, and Brad was one of the judges. And he was super cool. Yeah.
Are you still actively doing comedy right now?
I'm not going out right now. Okay. I don't want to sit in a closed room with people with masks on.
Right. Are you going to bless me with a little skit? Or
no, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
No. So I used to produce shows, which is what I really like to do. And so
you mean comedy shows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I may bring that back when you don't need a mask and a COVID card and
I love comedy.
Yeah. It's
I
amazing.
Love comedy.
It's amazing.
My last show I went to was Craig Shoemaker.
He's a good dude. I know him well.
The Love Master.
And I know the Love Master well.
That was great.
He's a good guy. He is extremely good at his job.
Yeah.
In a live show. Craig is a good guy. Craig is a good guy.
I think I about pissed my pants.
Yeah, he
had me going.
I mean,
my girl loved him too.
Yeah.
Teresa, she loved him.
It's funny because people don't see comics as often, right? So I
love laughing.
He's one of the best.
I love comedy. I love laughing.
Yeah. He's a classic.
Yep.
He's a classic. He's doing a lot of cool stuff. I convinced him to start a podcast.
I see that. You are the convincer.
Yeah.
Podcast convincer.
Yeah. He's got a new one now. I think he's doing well. Like I think the pandemic was. I think he actually has COVID. I think he's been sick the last couple of days. But like he kind of lit up going after some things for himself different than comedy. Because I mean, for people that make their living that way,
his show
just disappeared for
Brad's
months.
show was hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny.
He was like,
I think Craig has a show every week at the Canyon Club up that way, up in Thousand Oaks that he puts on.
Right.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, I want to get out. I think Flappers is open again.
Really? I used to love Flappers.
I'm thinking about going over there soon. I want to go check out some shows because that was a lot of fun. You just get a little food and you less laugh your ass off. It's a great night out. It really is.
That's what I was saying. I started the podcast because I missed it. I had that every month, a lot. Like belly laughing.
Yeah.
For 90 minutes is good for you.
Yes.
So I would have that plus the hangout with comics, laughing more till like late at night, just cracking up, making each other laugh. Like I was like, man, that's good for you.
Have you seen Joe Rogan's shows, right?
Uh-huh.
Have you seen his comedy and stuff like that?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
I used to live next to him in Bell Canyon.
So really?
We used to visit once in a while.
So Joe is, when I started in comedy, I always loved comedy since I was a little kid, but I never really entertained the notion that I would go do it. But like professionally, for work. I gave keynote speeches and I would talk at all kinds of conferences and stuff like that. So I'm used to talking in front of people. Plus I was a musician. I played in front of people. I didn't have stage fright. I had no, like, I didn't give a shit about that part, but like the joke part, the comedy thing, I guess I just never thought it was what regular people did. Like it was something I listened to, you know, or like I aspired and I loved it. Always. I would repeat, I would listen to records over and over again. I memorized them. I could imitate them. I love comedy. But I started listening to Joe's podcast back when he was at his house with just him and Red Band shooting the shit like 10 years ago, 11, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
But, you know,
he's still he's still in LA then. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Long time ago. He was in Colorado for a part of that time too. So he was in LA, then he went to Colorado, then got back to LA.
Okay.
So I love Joe and I thought he was great. And he was having these things out in Pasadena every Wednesday night at the Ice House. They would have like Joe and friends in the little side room at the Ice House, which was a 75 person room.
Yeah. Never been there.
And so I would go every week because it was at like 10 o'clock at night. So like kids would be asleep. I wasn't bothering anybody. I'd be like, I'll go to the late show, and it'd go like 10 to 1 in the morning. But like, man, it was great. Like I saw some amazing comics because his buddies were like Tom Segura, Duncan Trussell, Joey Diaz. Like,
yeah, I know Joey Diaz from Jiu-Jitsu too.
Dude, all these amazing comics. So I got to see them in this little room, and then it grew and it went over to the bigger room. But I was still going, and I went, I basically studied it like for like a year, and it was always Joe. So I saw Joe craft his hour. Right. And so he was very nice and very like he met everybody and talked to people. And because I was
nice guy,
because I was there every week, I'm not friends with Joe, but like he was like, hey, you're here every week. Like, you know what I mean? That was the relationship. Hey man, what's up? Knuckles, you know what I mean? And so one day after about almost a year of watching him craft his hour, Tony Hinchcliffe too, there was Doug, God damn it. Doug Stanhope. Oh my God. So funny. So many great comics. But like, so one day after watching this and watching him craft the hour, I was like, I really think I want to try it. Like, I think I understand it differently than I ever did before. Like I'd watch him go from a line to a 5-minute story to a 15-minute story. And I watched it grow. It's like I watched the act developed. I watched him build an hour and I was like, oh, that's so cool. You know what I mean? Like I was never sick of hearing it. I knew what was coming by the end of that year. Like I knew his act and it was still great every time. I was like, that's fucking brilliant that I've seen this, 45 times, 40 times. And I still think it's great. Like, and I hear the nuance of what he changed to make it better. I'm like, that's fucking great. So one night I was like, Joe, man, I'm thinking of just trying. He's like, you're not dead. It's fucking great. Try it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
oh, that's good.
All right.
Inspirational. That's good.
It's
supportive,
funny.
Very supportive.
Oh, just the best, dude. And he was right. I loved it. But funny story about him. Like I said, I'm not his friend. I met him. Nice guy. Hey, you. I recognize your face, right? That's my relationship with Joe. So then I started to become a comic, and I would do shows, and I would go down to the Comedy Store, and I did comedy, and I was like, I guess I'm a comic now a little bit. Like I'm bad. And nobody's coming to see me, but like, I get it. Right. So then start producing shows, and I would see Joe once in a while because I stopped going to that show every week because I had my own show to go to. So like, I didn't like, I was like, okay, thank you. I loved it. And I would go back there from time to time, but like I would see Joe and listening to the podcast and kind of knowing him a little bit. Like I felt like I had one little bit ability to like, say, hey, you know, I thought of something the other day. Like in my head, I'm like, I know you well, motherfucker. I've listened to you for talk to regular people for thousands of hours, plus watch you do comedy. Like, so long story short, there's this crazy, weird restaurant out where we live. I can't remember what it was called. It was some lodge, some weird lodge. And they always had crazy game meat. Like you could go and they would have an elk and they would have a moose and they would have this other crazy thing. And that was their specialty, is like they had game, wild game was that was what that restaurant was for.
That's Joe's thing. He loves that.
Totally. Right. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, that's awesome. So as it turns out, I knew somebody who was like very well, who was responsible for wanting to sell that restaurant. Like not actively wanting to sell. Like it was a conversation at a party with somebody that I knew that was like involved and owned the restaurant. I was like, I want to sell that thing. Like I like, it was close enough that it wasn't just like I heard it's for sale.
Right.
I literally knew the guy who, if somebody was interested, I could put them in touch with. Right.
Got it.
So I carry this information with me to the Comedy Store one night. Joe had just come off making his record or recording his special. So he was doing new material, which is horrible sometimes. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I can imagine.
I know it's hard. And I saw Joe. Now I know why it went down this way, but it's something that still haunts me. So like he had, I think, just come off stage after like, you know, he was still funny, but like I'd seen him destroy and I knew this was new material. I watched, this was like 3 or 4 years later. So I was like, ooh, I knew he just made a special. I knew that this was all new. And I watched him be like, all right, you know, so he came off stage and like, at that point, like I said, you never know what people are thinking or what they think. Right.
Right.
So maybe he forgot. I hope he forgot, but like I loaded with my head, hey, Joe's my friend. He'll appreciate that I could hook him up with the guy. Who better to own that restaurant than Joe Rogan? Was my thought.
Right.
Right. Like I didn't put together, like people probably approached that dude even then for schemes and shit all the time.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't see me perform. He didn't know I was a comic. He probably didn't remember me. I'm like, Joe, new material, right, buddy? You know, like he's like, oh, Jesus. And I'm like, Joe, you know that place, that restaurant, and I forget the name of it, but lodge place, it was fairly famous. And I know he lived out like Calabasas way.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he knew of it. So I was like, you know that place? I was like, you ever like think about buying shit like that? Like I know the guy that wants to sell it. And he was like, so just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, dude, I don't want to talk about business. Like it was such a shit interaction. That was like my last interaction with him.
Turned him off. Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it. Now I'm that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I was just like, oh shit. Cause I had the best intentions. Like, I know you'd love this restaurant, Joe.
Yeah.
Like you love food.
Right. You
love game meat. It's 5 minutes from your house.
Yep.
Like how dope, you know?
Yeah.
But that was my little like, ooh, this is this place is weird.
Yeah.
Like the shit that you think in this business is so weird and the people you meet, but he was a sweetie. He was a good dude. Yeah, I'm happy for his success.
So here's a good story of how nice of a guy he is. You know, we were both living in Bell Canyon, not too far from each other, maybe a quarter mile away.
Yeah.
And I happened to drive by his house. He was outside and I said hi to him. Hey, what's going on? He goes, oh, nothing. He goes, what are you up to? I said, oh, I got some fence contractors coming over my house today because I had an acre of land.
Yeah.
And I wanted it all fenced in with horse fencing.
Yeah.
The white vinyl. You know? Yeah. He goes, dude, just come take mine. I'm like, what do you mean take yours? He goes, I'm about to have it all taken down because I'm about to put up wrought iron because my dog can jump through the white stuff.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, no way. I said, how much you need for it? He goes, don't worry about it, dude. He goes, I'll have my guys stack it up nice and neat for you. Just come get it. I'll let you know when it's ready. He gave me.
That's dope.
He gave me half of the fencing I needed.
Wow.
Because I had my property line might have been a little longer at his in the back.
Yeah.
So I was like,
oh, that's cool.
I was like, okay. So I go to the fence. I said, you shit me. And I was like really blown away by that.
Yeah.
It was probably 10 grand worth of fence.
He's taken, like, dude, he's doing, he's moved
so once
the medium.
Again, thanks, Joe, if you're out there.
He's moved the medium. Like it's incredible. Yeah. You know, you don't have to agree with everything he does or people he talks to, but at least you, like in my mind, I'm like, either he is the best actor on the planet who can put this person on all the time, or that's just who that dude is. Because I've listened and watched so many hours of him talking that I'm just like, well, he'll figure it out. If he fucks up, he'll be like, hey, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Like that's all we want from everybody. Yeah. I think is just like,
be responsible. Own it.
Dude, I fucked up or I didn't fuck up and here's why. Right. It's like, okay.
You brought me a book.
Yeah.
What's this about?
It's a pretty interesting book. Stuart Brand is like it's one of my favorite books. It's about thinking long term.
The Clock of the Long Now.
The Clock of the Long Now. And it's about long-term thinking. And it's like this thought experiment that these brilliant dudes people had to like, if you had to build a clock that would last 10,000 years, what would you build it out of? Right? How would you make a clock that would last 10,000 years if people only live 100 on average, right? What do you make it out of? Where do you put it? How do you tell people how to wind it? What do you do for replacement parts? Like literally a thought experiment of just like, well, fuck, I don't know.
That's a big task.
How do you, what if it breaks? You know, like it was just the idea of like, it was just a beautiful thought experiment. And it created this idea of long-term thinking of like, well, you got to leave something behind. You need a language that people would understand. What's good for that? Like, where do you put it? Where do you put it? It's a big one.
Yeah, where
like,
do you leave it?
How will people know it's there? Just
Twitter.
So many thought experiment, like really neat things come out of that book. And it changed the way, I thought about a lot of things, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
You know, learning from people, life lessons.
Yeah.
You just learn from people, just interacting with people, meeting new people. It's priceless.
Yeah.
I tell younger people all the time, I keep forgetting, I'm aging myself again. I just turned 56.
All right.
So I'm getting up there. So anybody comes to me for advice, I've always been there for people to give advice. If I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I never try to be someone I'm not. And that's something a lot of people struggle with. They try to make believe they know everything. No, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's hard. Gallien-Kruger effect. Like
it's
just like, dude,
it's a little ridiculous sometimes, but learn, listen to other people, open your mind. When you're young, it's hard to do that. I think a lot of people, I had a hard time with that when I was younger.
It's like Taylor Swift said, how can you know everything at 18 and nothing at 22?
I didn't hear her say that, but I'll take your word for it. But anyway, man, I think that's a good wrap here.
Thanks for having me, man. This is fun.
So once again, Matt Neal, not Neal Matt.
No, I get that a lot. Two first names.
And I like what you had on your podcast, on your description. Dad, husband, writer.
Yeah.
Also a writer. And a musician and a comedian.
Yeah.
That's great stuff. So yeah, thanks for coming on. I'd love to be on your show someday.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Let's do it.
We can chop it up on something else.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have a good topic there. And a little shout out to guitarninjas.com. If you're
what does Guitar Ninjas do? What
Guitar Ninjas is the name of a school.
Okay. You become a ninja of guitar.
Music school. It's for kids. It's for adults.
Sweet.
And they got an online program as well. They got a location in Burbank and in Orange.
All right.
And you can do online courses if you want. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
And if you're sick of playing air guitar or air drums, that's how I get into this. I was tired of playing air guitar. I really wanted to learn how to play some DC.
Yeah.
And one day I was driving by Sam Ash and said, fuck it. Went in there and bought a guitar and had lessons the next day.
Yeah.
And he was the first person I called.
Nice.
He's an amazing guitarist.
Beautiful.
Jason Land, guitarninjas.com.
Guitar Ninjas.
Matt Neal, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're a great conversationist.
Thank you, sir.
I hope to see some of your comedy soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, take care.
Be well.
Yeah. Okay, just a friendly reminder. If you're buying a home, don't panic. Home Inspection Authority's got you covered. You can schedule us online by going to homeinspectionauthority.com 24/7, or you can call us at 800-950-8184. We offer general home inspections, mold inspections and testing, sewer camera inspections, indoor air quality testing, swimming pool and spa inspections, and light commercial inspections. We use specialized tools to provide the most thorough inspection possible, such as drone for roof inspections that are not accessible, crawlbot for under homes and tight crawl spaces to get to those areas otherwise not accessible, and we use thermal imaging technology as well. So give us a call at 800-950-8184. Or like I said, you can schedule online at homeinspectionauthority.com 24/7.